All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining today. Um, again, I want to thank you for taking some time out of your day to join us. Before we get started, I do have some fantastic news. We have Jennifer with F&G on the webinar with us today that's going to go over some very exciting updates to one of their products. So before we get started, I do have some important information to share about who we are here at IAMS and a quick highlight of why our agents love working with us and our team. We will have a few polls during this webinar, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to put them into the webinar question box, and we'll make sure they get answered here at the end of the presentation. First thing I wanted to highlight today is our commitment to delivering the best in-class customer service to our agents. And one way we do this is you can always reach a live person here at IAMS during our business hours, always by calling our main line, 800-255-5055. We strive to answer those phone calls within 2 rings or less. So we're always there to give you just fantastic service as best as we can. So to kick it off, first I want to introduce you to our new producer builder, which are for those of you who are new to IAMS as producers. These bonuses are available based on your production level in the first 180 days of contracting with us. We have some great levels that you can qualify for, and as you can see inside each level are some great options for you. We have incredible bonuses, building tools, personal perks, and you can even get cash rewards available as well. If you'd like to know where you stand currently towards your new producer builder, or if you would like to have a conversation about how to achieve that next level, please don't hesitate to give us a call, talk to your sales director, and we will get you a position for that. Another business builder program we provide for our agents is our referral producer program. I see a couple of advisors on the call with us today that have taken advantage of this program. Our business on the wholesale side of the industry is just very similar to yours in the field, in that one of the best leads we could ever obtain is a referral from one of our valued producers. This is why we want to make it worth your while to refer producers to us. When you do refer those producers and they do get contracted, you will get a $50 thank you check. But now where the real money comes in is as those referrals write business, you will also receive an override on that business. So our ownership team, Charles, Steve, Curtis, and Chris, sign these checks for thousands upon thousands of dollars every quarter. And it's, I guarantee you, one of their favorite things to do as new advisors come in. And with that being said, if you can think of anyone that could benefit from, partnering and doing business with our team, please don't hesitate to share their information with us in the questions or comment box, or email myself, and we'll be sure to reach out. Below that is our marketing reimbursement program, which is our most popular program that we do offer. For every $100,000 in FIA premium, you as the advisor get $100 into your marketing reimbursement account. And really why this is so popular and lucrative for our advisors is we truly do consider this your money. You have the flexibility on what service you choose, when and who you use these funds with. It's your marketing reimbursement. We don't tell you the vendors you have to use. We don't recommend vendors, but we do partner with a very great handful of vendors, and we do leverage them as our partners because they do provide reduced rates and preferred service. So we also have our creative team to create marketing strategy and provide that in-house service. If you'd like to know how much you have in your marketing reimbursement account, or if you have, or just to have a conversation about how to utilize it, give your sales director a call here at our office, and we'd love to speak to you about that. Back office support is another way we add tremendous value to our business. This is the core of IAMS and how Charles Herding, our founder, founded us years ago. We want to help the independent advisor like yourself work smarter, not harder. So we're going to do that with great business Building tools and resources, of course, advanced case design assistance, life and annuity quotes are always an area that we assist with. We're going to get you those illustrations you request within 24 hours, but I'm really actually going to be honest, it's going to come within about uh, 30 minutes to an hour after you request that. So submissions all the way to commissions. Support is handled by our new business team, Mackenzie, who heads up our annuity team, and Michelle, who heads up our life side. They have a fantastic team who works just tirelessly to help get those commissions paid quicker. So we'll scrub your applications for you, submit them on your behalf, do the administrative tracking, and update you on the case as needed all along the way. And we really do this to ensure you get commission, like I said, as quick as possible. This is a service we provide to our producers and how we help grow your business by keeping you in the front seat of clients while our team handles all that back office support. Our website is a great tool for our producers to use, and another reason to work with IMES. Once you are contracted, you have full access to everything you see on this slide and a whole lot more at imesinc.com. If you haven't registered for the website, it's very simple to do so. When we're done with this call, go ahead and go on to create your account, and we'd love to see you on there. A lot of our great resources are available to you, including illustration tools, online forums, product grids, and even product news. Industry updates are also available on there. Really, technology is where the industry is going, and Luma is our newest partnership to streamline the application process. Most of our carriers are on our Luma Firelight eApp platform, so you can go on to one site, submit business. Some carriers are going to eApp only, and for some of their product lines, they'll also offer extra comp for utilizing eApp. So it's a win-win there. So make sure you ask your sales director before you submit a paper app if you can earn a little bit extra money going the eApp route. We do have a full house or a full in-house creative team also can uh, help your practice, and a lot of items are very turnkey and available for you. And really, many of our resources are white label, so we can simply impose your contact information and your business logos onto it. And speaking of logos, agency solutions is an area of expertise for our team. So if you haven't created a full customized brand for you and your agency, we can definitely help with that. This is going to assist with the name recognition, which in turn grows your natural market organically. And lastly, digital marketing solutions are a very popular topic around IMES. We can help with your website, social media marketing, email marketing, and even more. The internet and social media are where the overwhelming majority of prospects go for information. So make sure you are accessible and represented in those market lanes. It's a great beneficial way to grow your business. Reach out to myself or one of our sales directors when this webinar is over and talk to them about how you can access the IMES Creative team. We can certainly get you that ball rolling for you. And I think we may have an issue with, there we go. Uh, we founded IMES Wealth here several years ago, and what we've done is grow this division of IMES very organically. We've helped advisors become IARs and pass the Series 65 with very successful clip rates. So once you have registered with IMES Wealth, will bring great value to your practice with an incredibly competitive fee structure for both you and your client. We have a great technology and a great investment platform. This has been a major growth sector for our business and assets under management. So if you are interested in the IMES Wealth, then reach out to your, again, sales director or myself after this meeting. We offer some fantastic incentive trips also here at IAMS. Qualifying for our next incentive trip is with SILAC in Park City, or in Park City, Utah, and that'll be August 2nd through the 5th of this year. $2 million in paid SILAC FIA premium is how to get qualified for that, and that does go through all the way through April 30th of this year, so plenty of time to get those contracts in with SILAC. Gets you and a guest on the list for this mountain adventure. Again, call your sales director today for the details and check on your status of that. Finally, our Life and Annuity Academy. This is a big thing we do about 4 times a year. It's a 3-day training and an exciting opportunity for you as agents who are looking for new ways to grow your business, to get an all expense paid package to our academy, and an opportunity to learn from some of the top advisors in the industry. They'll go over marketing strategies that they've used and go from bottom to top on strategies. So also gives you the chance to speak with your peers in the industry from all over the country. I highly recommend that you get registered. And with that, I am going to launch our first poll. Give me 1 second. All right, that just launched. Could everyone see that poll? We'll give it about 10 seconds here for everyone to register in. All right, give it a couple more seconds here. All right, thank you everyone for contributing to that. And finally, as always, if you don't follow us on Facebook or LinkedIn, please do so. We post fantastic marketing information as well as just industry news daily on there. And we'd love any feedback and to help you stay in front of your clients. So with that, I am going to hand it off to Jennifer. Let me give her the reins here. All right,
Good
looks like you are live, Jennifer.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Excuse me. So first, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Howe. I am the Senior Internal Wholesaler over at F&G. So what I want to talk to you today is last year we released our product called the F&G 123, and we're excited to announce a refresh that we have done. We've released it a couple of weeks ago. If you're not familiar with the 123, I'm going to go over what it looks like previously and then how we have refreshed it. So let's go ahead and get started today. So one thing I do want to talk about is our income product suite, how you can maximize guaranteed lifetime income. So we do have our Safe Income Advantage, our Accelerator Plus, and then the F&G 123. Do you have clients that are looking to, when they're looking at these income products, that want to maximize a bonus? Well, if that's the case, we know Safe Income Advantage doesn't have a bonus. Our Accelerator Plus, depending on the version, can range from 11% to 8%. And then our F&G 123 has a 35% bonus. But there in the back of your mind is your client thinking about how to minimize the rider fees. Safe Income Advantage, 1.15%. Accelerator Plus, 95 basis points. And our 123 has no cost for that income rider. So we know Safe Income Advantage, that's for clients who want to know exactly what to expect when it comes to their income payment. That's a guaranteed income solution, and it's one of the best in the market today. But now for your clients who want to take advantage of potentially higher index credits, we're thrilled to have the F&G 123. So this is our newest performance-based income product. And F&G 123 is as simple as one solution that can be tailored to your client's need, two income options, and then three key benefits for growth, lifetime income, and a legacy opportunity. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the product and how can the maximize performance-based income for your clients. So the one solution. So we do know this product has a minimum premium to issue it of $10,000. They can add additional premium to this product. The minimum additional premium is $2,000 for up to 18 months. It has a 10-year surrender charge. This does allow 10% penalty-free withdrawals once annually after the first policy year. And the index options that are available are going to be the S&P 500. We have 4 volatility-controlled indexes, as well as a fixed interest. So there are no fees on this product now or later on issued business. The 2 versions that you'll hear me talk about are going to be anytime income. So that's going to be for income now or at any time. And then future income, where the client cannot turn on income until after 10 years. And then the death benefit options that are available. We have the account value, which the client can receive as a lump sum or the beneficiary can receive as a lump sum. And then the income base. So how that one's going to work is that they can take installment payments over 5+ years. The 2 income options that we have that I mentioned are going to be the anytime income and the future income. So we're going to be able to boost their income base with an upfront bonus. We're going to be able to enhance their income base with interest credit multipliers. And then finally is growing their income payments with increasing income until the account value reaches 0. So what do we expect when the unexpected happens? And that's why we made sure when we built this product that we added some additional features to it that are available for the client. So we have liquidity riders that are built into this product. So this is no extra cost to the client, built into it. So they can access 100% penalty-free of the account value if the client has an impairment or home health care, nursing home care, or terminal illness. Also available is the impairment multiplier. So with the impairment multiplier, how it works is the client is unable to perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, they would notify F&G with documentation, and the income payments would double. Now, that's going to be 2 times for a single, 1.5 times for joint. You'll also see that there's 150% earnings growth index that applies. This is happening as well, even when the impairment multiplier is activated. And I'll discuss that feature a little bit on in the presentation. And then, as I mentioned before, the death benefit. So you can give your client's beneficiaries the option. Account value as a lump sum, the income base as installments over 5+ years. So how is this competitive? So we know with the income base, I mentioned premium bonuses. So with the F&G 1, 2, 3, we're going to look at this as our income path. They can turn on income at any time. The premium bonus on this product is 35%. For the future income, which you'll hear us refer to as the legacy path, the premium bonus is going to be 50%. That means if a client elects the anytime income, they put in $100,000, their value is now at $135,000. With the legacy path, the client puts in $100,000, theirs is now $150,000. With competitor A, on their version of anytime income, their bonus is only 25%. And on their version of the future income or the legacy path, their bonus is only 45%. So we see when it comes to our anytime income, we're $10,000 higher, and our legacy path is $5,000 higher. So if you'll see, F&G wins here. So how to enhance the income-based growth with our interest credit multiplier. So this is going to be during the growth period or during the accumulation play of the policy. So in path 1, this is going to be income for today. This is going to be our anytime income. During the growth period, there's a 250% interest credit multiplier. For our legacy path or future income, during the growth period, that's going to be 150% interest credit multiplier. So let's look at some numbers. So in this scenario, we're going to use a 4% interest credit. So during that growth period, we're going to credit 10% to the income base. And then for the legacy path, still using that 4% interest credit, they're going to be credited 6% interest credit to their income base for that period. So let's talk about what happens when the client has turned on income. We're going to still help them maximize their income with our earning index growth feature. This is going to provide a increasing income until their account value reaches 0 for both anytime income and the future income option. This will increase by 150% of the interest credit. So in this scenario, we're still going to use the 4% interest credit. They're going to receive an increase to their annual income of 6%. So it's like the client's going to get paid overtime in retirement. You tell me whose client is not going to appreciate that, because mine are. Mine definitely are going to appreciate that. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of cases that we have set up. So we have, in this scenario, we have 2 scenarios that we're going to look at. We have John, who is a 62-year-old male. He's going to use the anytime income. And then we have Beth, who is a 57-year-old female, and she is going to be doing the future income. So let's start with John. So John, like I mentioned, he does the anytime income, grows his income base at 2 times his initial premium. So when he starts to take income, it's more than 9% of his initial premium. And Beth, so she's 57 years old. She uses our future income. So when you call in and you talk to, one of our sales desk reps or one of our internals, or even when you reach out to IMES, most likely you're going to refer to it as future income, but just know we like to look at it as a legacy path, as a lot of our agents are using it for a death benefit available. So for Beth, her income base is going to grow at 2.5 times her initial premium. So her starting income is going to be more than 13% of her initial premium. Both of these are going to be guaranteed for life. So let's dive a little bit deeper into John and him choosing the anytime income. So remember, John is 62 years old and he wants to retire in 5 years. So he has put in $100,000 into our anytime income. And as I mentioned previously, the income-based multiplier, income-based bonus multiplier is 35%. So his income base is going to start out at $135,000. Well, his producer is going to leverage our name brand diversification option to receive a average interest credit of 4%. Well, then because of that 250% credit multiplier, his income base has an average annual interest credit of 10% that's being applied. So after 5 years, his income base is $217,419. So that's more than double his initial premium. And one thing about our 1, 2, 3, the dynamic payout factor. So what this means is that the longer that John waits to take his income, the higher that payout percentage will be, meaning that in 5 years or after 5 years, his starting annual income is $9,414. So it's close to 9.5% of his initial premium he put in, and that's going to be guaranteed for life. But as you might recall, we have that increasing income option that is built into it. So let's take a look. So John, he started taking his income. We have the average annual interest credit again of 4%. And as you recall, during that income period, that earning index growth feature is at 150%. So doing the math, that average annual increase to the income is 6%. So after 5 years of income, his new annual income is $12,598. And this will continue to increase until the account value reaches 0. And we know with the impact that inflation can have on retirement, John's really going to appreciate this. And he's going to like the fact that this is increasing. Now, let's take a look at Beth. So as you may recall, Beth chose the future income option. 57 years old, looking to retire in 10 years. So remember with future income, they have to wait the full 10 years before they turn on income. So she's looking to retire in 10 years. She put in her $100,000. Her income-based bonus multiplier is at 50%. So we know her starting income base is going to be at $150,000. Her producer also leverages our name brand diversification option to receive an average annual interest credit of 4%. As you may recall, that interest credit multiplier is during that growth period for future income is at 150%. The average annual interest credit for her income base is going to be 6%. So after 10 years, her income base is $268,627. So doing the math, more than 2.5 times her initial premium. Pretty nice if you ask me. And then as I mentioned, we have those dynamic payout factors on the 1, 2, 3. So we know the longer that Beth waits to turn on income, the higher her payout percentage will be. So after 10 years, her starting annual income is $13,566, or more than 13% of her initial premium that she put in. Just like with John's, this is guaranteed for life. But as you may recall, we have that earning growth index feature during that income period of 150%. So we're still using an average annual interest credit of 4% to give an average annual increase to her income of 6%. So her annual income after 5 years, sorry about that, is now at $18,154. And I know I sound like a broken record, but this is guaranteed for life. And this is going to keep on increasing until the account value reaches 0. This is a huge benefit and plus for your clients. So that is what the F&G 123 is. So let's take a look at the refresh. So our agents, our marketers, our IMO partners, they spoke and we listened. So we're going to focus on product positioning to provide clarity of the key benefits for repositioning product levers. So it's simple, no fee, and it's a performance-driven solution. We're going to have our anytime income. That's going to be our income story. Our future income, legacy story. We improve the anytime income competitiveness and target retirement ages. So if you're familiar with the 1, 2, 3 and you ran illustration previously, you may notice in certain ages that those payout percentages increase. This is why. We wanted to be more competitive and we targeted those retirement ages. We're going to maintain future income-based bonus to maintain the enhanced death benefit competitiveness. So that for future income is going to stay at 50% premium bonus. So let's talk about the refresh on the anytime income. And I apologize if this chart is a little bit small. So let's take a look. So previously, because this is already in effect. So previously, we had the 35% premium bonus. To be competitive for the anytime income, a policyholder, our clients had to wait 8+ years. Now, 2+ years, all ages. We are going to be more competitive. As I mentioned, we're going to drill that in. We want that business and we are competitive for it. The S&P cap, you'll see previously it was at 4.75%. It's down to 4.25%. And you may ask yourself why. The reason why is we put it back into those payout percentages for your client. Your client is going to benefit more from those payout percentages. Our fixed rate stayed the same, 2.8%. And our interest credit multiplier, 250%. And you'll see mentioned below the payout factors for 70+ in wait time, 2+ years. We're reduced to enhance the payout for key retirement ages, 60 to 69. This is where we were told, like, hey, these are the ages. So that's what we did. So for our future income, on this one, you'll see we kept the same premium bonus at 50%. The S&P cap, it went from 5.25% to 4.75%. Fixed rate, we did lower it to 2.8%. That interest credit multiplier is still at 150%. But we're holding that income-based bonus, and it allows F&G to continue to outperform our competitors in the enhanced benefit when illustrated using that flat rate. So the 2 paths. Choose the path that fits your client's priority. So path 1, that's income for today. That's going to be powered by the anytime income option. This path prioritizes predictable lifetime income with no wait period. So if you issue the policy today and the client is at least 50 years of age, that means they can turn on income tomorrow. No wait. Path 2, that's going to be legacy for tomorrow. That's going to be powered by the future income. So we know that the client has to wait at least 10 years. So day 1 of year 11, that client can elect to turn on income. or they can just use it for a death benefit. A lot of times that's what this product is going to be used for, is for a legacy focused path. So let's take a look at how these two compare. So we know anytime income is going to be income for today. Legacy for tomorrow is going to be our future income. So anytime income, they can turn on income at age 50. Policy issues today, they can turn on income tomorrow. Future income, they have to wait 10 years. So just remember, day one of year 11, they can turn on income. Our income-based bonuses, anytime income, 35%, future income, 50%. Your income base for anytime income is going to be at 135,000, future is going to be at 150,000. You have your income or interest credit multipliers. So on the anytime income, during the growth phase or the accumulation phase, it's at 250%. The income phase is at 150%. For our future income, both of them are at 150%. What is the client's primary goal? Are they looking to maximize income today? They're going to go with the anytime income. Are they looking for legacy tomorrow? That's going to be our future income. And then the death benefit, full account value at death as a lump sum, or they can take that income base with the installment option over 5 years. So that's available on both anytime income and future income. So remember, this is as easy as 1, 2, 3. So your client has growth potential, lifetime income, and a legacy opportunity. So that talks about the F&G 1, 2, 3, how it was, how it works, and what we refreshed on it to make it more competitive for your clients. What I want to talk about now is we have an awesome compensation plan. It's called the Power Producer Compensation Plan for our agents. We just actually made some changes to this here in the last week. So this may look a little bit different if you haven't seen our newest plan. So you'll see that this program runs between January 1st and December 31st. Quarterly payments will be applied retroactively back to day one. And this is going to be for our FIA premium only. So what you'll see is where we made a change is from 5 million up to 10 million. So now if you as the advisor, you do 5 million to 6.99 million, you get an additional 100 basis points. 7 million to 9.99, that's it, 150 basis points. And then for 10 million plus, that's an additional 200 basis points. That's going to be a separate paycheck to you as the agent. That's a huge, huge benefit. Another thing I do want to mention is we have that additional 50 basis point comp special going on. That's on all of our FIA products. That ends on March 31st. So if you have any business you're doing with F&G, please make sure you get that in by March 31st. That way you get those additional 50 basis points on your commission. So that closes up for our 1, 2, 3 refresh. So I will go ahead and turn it back over to you. I'll stop sharing my screen. If there are any questions, just let us know.
Thank you, Jennifer. Very informative presentation. I am going to now launch our very last poll.
Okay.
So while I have that up, doesn't look like we have any additional questions. Jennifer, very thorough on that 1, 2, 3 refresh and that fantastic comp producer bonus program. So with that, I will give it here about 10, 15 seconds here for people to get in any last questions you might have, and make sure you take the poll here that should pop up. So yeah, with that, I want to thank everyone for attending today. And as always, if you have any questions, need anything, reach out to Jennifer at F&G or myself here. I am an annuity sales director. As always, our phone number here at IAMS 800-255-5055. It does go to a live person, like I said earlier, and it will be answered within a couple seconds, and just ask to be transferred to Jarrett, and they will shoot it right over to me. So with that, I'll give it about 5 more seconds here, and we will wrap everything up. All right, thanks everyone for taking the poll, and look forward to reaching out and talking to everyone. And with that, I wish everyone a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for attending.